Alright, so we're going to go over the Flex model, which is Module 4. The objectives are to define the Flex model of blended learning, offer some ideas for sample lessons in different subject areas.
Just like we've been doing, let's start off with a definition. Now, the definition for this is just like we've been doing with these videos, let's start off with a definition. It's pretty lengthy because this model is probably one of the more complex ways to go about facilitating a blended learning lesson. So it might not be the smartest place to start if these ideas seem new and strange to you. The gist of it is that students move along an individual customized schedule of different learning tasks or modalities as set forth by the teacher. This allows each individual student to learn in whatever way works best for them at their own pace. The teacher is there to provide face-to-face support on a flexible basis. So if the teacher observes a group of 3 to 4 students not moving fast enough or struggling with a different project, they're just kind of there to stop and pull them aside and help or offer them additional activities to guide them through the process. You'll notice that the Flex model is the first one that's actually not a type of the rotation model, and that's because there really is no rotating through different stations or modalities. Each student is just working along their own individualized learning path. The first sample lesson we're going to show you is a science lesson in a chemistry class. This is one that I've actually tried myself. The lesson starts off, as it usually does, with some direct teacher introduction, a brief explanation, and just some kind of typical direct instruction on the content that's about to be learned. You have to really be aware that just like this is going to sound pretty strange to you hearing about it for the first time, it might be strange for your students too. So if it's the first few times that they're taking part in something like this, it's a good idea to just have a quick discussion about some of the expectations of how this lesson is supposed to work, because it will be different than what they're used to as well. Once that's over with, the students begin working on the individual series of tasks. A lot of times you'll hear these referred to as a playlist, simply a series of things that the students are supposed to work through and complete. After each completion, there's an on-course assignment that the students are to complete so the teacher can monitor their progress. In this particular lesson, I had that playlist or series of tasks set out using a Google site that listed the assignment. There was a link to the assignment, and then following that is a link to the on-course piece that they had to complete to represent. And there's just a whole big list of these that the students went through and completed kind of at their own pace. The own pace part sounds kind of strange. There will be students who move slower than the others, and that's the teacher's job to step in and tutor those students as you see the need, so you can kind of keep them up to pace with everybody else. This model is really great because students really get to advance based on mastery of the concept. They can't move on, or they don't move on into the next task until they've figured out and made sense of the first one and proved it to you with the on-course assignment. Lastly, the teacher is also there to assign work, basically homework, at any point in time to students who are moving too slowly to ensure that they keep pace with the rest of the students. It's kind of a catch-all project at the end, and sort of like a net for any students who were moving too quickly or more quickly than the others. There's a big project to create an infographic summarizing their knowledge that was posted online. There's also a quiz. All the students take the quiz on the same day, despite the fact that they might be in different places. The teacher has to set the date of this quiz, so it's reasonable for the students who are moving more slowly to have all their work completed before that date.
Alright, so let's go through a sample lesson in English American literature based on the Flex model. The teacher will introduce the series of tasks structured around the reading The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. Students will read sections of the book, but stopping at indicated pages to complete various tasks. For example, after Chapter 5, maybe they'll complete an on-course assignment analysis questions. After that, Chapter 11, they'll create a poster diagramming the town Huck lives in, photograph the poster, post it online where students can comment and peer analyze. Chapter 18, watch a Huck Finn animated video and respond by commenting on its accuracy, comparing it the video to the book. And Chapter 25, write an essay explaining why Twain uses a child as the consciousness of the book. Next, students need to be made aware that just like normal, they're expected to read the book at home. So we're not doing the flex model so they can come in and read the book in class. It needs to already be done so they can work on these assignments in class and keep pace with the class. Teachers should intervene with any students moving too slowly or not working while in class, and supplementary assignments are provided to the students that are moving more quickly than others. On the same day, all students will write an in-class essay, so the teacher must provide that end due date where everyone must be done with all the tasks that they assigned for them, and the students will complete this book or this chapter unit with a summative assessment, a student essay. Keep in mind the teacher needs to select the date based on student progress. A lot of times when we do this model, students could be early or late, and most teachers like to be pretty punctual on their times when they're going to get done. So you can urge them to keep up with the pace that you set for them, but remember that you have to be flexible on when the conclusion that essay is going to be complete.